You don't have to resort to chemical herbicides in order to get rid of invasive weeds. Safer options exist that will work just as effectively. They may take a bit more persistence, but the benefits of organic control methods far outweigh the negative health effects of chemical pesticides. Here are 21 ways to kill weeds naturally and fast. Number 1. Salt. Stock up on discounted rock salt at the end of winter and sprinkle it on garden paths to fight weeds in the spring. Table salt works too. Salt also makes a good weed barrier along lawn edgings and other places a lawnmower can't reach, but apply it carefully. It can erode concrete surfaces and can leave the ground barren for a long period of time. Number 2. Newspaper. Cover low-growing weeds like clover and crabgrass with newspaper, and eventually the lack of sunlight will exterminate them. Putting down sections and covering them with mulch can also prevent new ones in the first place. As the paper decomposes, it also feeds the soil, making this a tip no gardener should be without. Number 3. Other plants. In the garden, there is a competition for resources among your plants, where only the strongest survive and thrive. Plant ground covers, flowers, and garden crops that will naturally beat out weeds for sunlight, water, and nutrients. Number 4. Boiling water. Plain old tap water can do the trick too. This works really well on young weeds and results are immediate. If you add a tablespoon of salt to the boiling water, it's even more effective. Number 5. Edging. Physical barriers like lawn edgings and retaining walls are a long-lasting solution for keeping weeds at bay. They can be made out of simple and cheap materials such as scraps of pressure-treated decking boards. Cut them into 8-inch pikes and hammer the pieces into the ground next to each other and form a continuous edge. Number 6. Landscape fabric. Weed control starts way before you spy intruders. Consider laying down landscape fabric topped with a layer of mulch or straw. The physical barrier stops unwanted plants from sprouting up in the first place. Number 7. Vinegar. Douse weeds with vinegar and they'll be dead in no time. Just take care to wear protective clothing and eye protection. The horticultural kind is best because it has a whopping 20% acidic acid. It's non-selective, meaning it'll kill anything green, but it's not all that effective on grassy weeds. Also, realize that vinegar is acidic, which means you run the risk of lowering the pH of the soil. Number 8. A trowel. Don't discount rolling up your sleeves. The best way will always be good old-fashioned elbow grease. Try to pull from beneath the soil, and if you can wait until after a rainstorm, when the ground is softer, it will be easier. Insert a narrow trowel or screwdriver in the soil to loosen any stubborn taproots. Number 9. Mulch. With or without fabric, experts agree mulch is a must. Mulch is such an easy fix, and it helps keep your soil cool, wet, and eliminates light that weeds need to grow. Keep it around 2 inches deep and off your lawn, since it will also kill your grass. Number 10. Borax. Not only can you clean your clothes with borax, but you can use the natural powder to get rid of unwelcome plants. However, it's best not to use this treatment near flowers or vegetables, as it could damage or destroy the growth. Number 11. Your lawnmower. The key to making sure your weeds don't go to seed and spreading is pulling off their heads. Even though you can do this by hand, you can also mow them down. But consider yourself warned. One mowing won't kill weeds with perennial roots, and even some of the annuals will regrow and try to flower again, so it's not a permanent solution. Number 12. Goats. For a big swath of unwanted vegetation, enlist the cutest herd of landscapers around. Goats can reach areas that machinery and people simply cannot, and their hooves actually break up the soil as they graze. Number 13, existing ground cover. Dig only where you need to, because removing grass creates a new place for pesky plants to thrive, even if you don't see any around. Most lawns have hidden weed seeds. When you're digging the ground to plant, open only a patch that you need. Number 14, your appetite. It's time we saw the salad bar in our weeds. Many are edible, like the young greens of dandelions, dock, and chicory. There are plenty of websites and books that can educate you on what weeds you can eat. But when in doubt, don't eat it. Many plants are poisonous when ingested. Number 15, baking soda. Baking soda is another pantry item that's handy for weed control. Use it on pesky plants growing in cracks to avoid killing healthy grass and other vegetation. Number 16, taller grass. Yes, the height of your mower really does matter. The length of your grass can impact its health and make it more or less susceptible to weeds. Err on the longer side, about 2 to 3 inches. Number 17, a new mindset. One man's weed is another man's rose. Many weeds are native plants that Mother Nature intended to thrive. That's why they're so hard to kill. Learning to love weeds is just a matter of looking at them in a different light. For example, in Japan, moss is cultivated for landscaping, while in the U.S., it's commonly eradicated with pesticides. Number 18, herbicidal soap. Make your own DIY herbicidal soap by mixing equal parts vinegar, salt, and dish soap. Put the mixture in a spray bottle and apply it to your offending weeds. But be careful. This concoction will kill whatever plant it touches, so be careful not to get it on your prized perennials. Number 19, cornmeal. Did you know that corn gluten meal is birth control for seeds? Sprinkle it on your garden and it will keep weed seeds from germinating and growing into plants. Of course, corn gluten meal will keep any seed from germinating, so don't try this on your vegetable garden until your plants are established and you've finished planting seeds. Number 20, weed torch. A weed torch works by heating the water within the cells of plants. When the water turns to steam, the cells explode and the plant will die. You don't need to char the weeds, just wilt them. This takes some practice but is very effective. Don't ever use it on poison ivy or other poisonous plants because it can release poison oils into the air and ultimately into your eyes or lungs. Number 21, rubbing alcohol. If you have a bottle of rubbing alcohol in your bathroom cabinet, use the liquid as a weed killer by mixing 2 tablespoons of the alcohol with 1 quart of water, and then pour the mixture into a spray bottle. The alcohol removes the moisture the weeds need to survive. I hope you have enjoyed this video on 21 ways to kill weeds naturally and fast. If you have, please subscribe to this YouTube channel and don't forget to give this video the thumbs up. And I'm sure you're going to enjoy this next video on how to get rid of ants naturally in your house, garden, and yard. Thanks for watching and bye for now.